एक जाबाज जो दे जंगल के नियमों को चुनौती, जुड़ रहा है दुनिया के सर्वश्रेष्ठ प्रजातंत्र के प्रधानमंत्री से।
वेलकम टू इंडिया।
देखिए भारतीय इतिहास में पहली बार एक अनोखा अनदेखा मिलाप।
मैं आपके लिए इसको मेरे पास रखूंगा।
दो अविश्वसनीय शेर दिन, एक ऐतिहासिक सफर।
You are the most important man in India. My job is to keep you alive.
Rules of survival. Unites with the leader of the world's largest democracy.
वेलकम टू इंडिया।
Watch this dynamic duo
मैं आपके लिए इसको मेरे पास रखूंगा।
on an epic adventure of a lifetime.
You are the most important man in India. My job.
Crazy things. Today I'm in India for a special edition of Man vs. Wild with a very special guest. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is joining me in the Himalayan foothills of northern India.
And this incredible country has some of the most spectacular but dangerous wildlife on the whole planet. You got tigers, crocodiles, elephants and a lot of snakes. Prime Minister Modi might be leader of the biggest democracy in the world, but out here it's the wild that's in charge.
वेलकम टू इंडिया। वेलकम टू इंडिया।
Prime Minister, as you know, it's a wildlife conservation area and national park. It is also a dangerous place. There is a lot of wildlife here for real. Normally when people come through the park, they never get out of their vehicles for this reason.
लेकिन मैं मानता हूं कि हमने इसे डेंजर नहीं माना। अगर हम प्रकृति से संघर्ष करते हैं तो हर कुछ डेंजर होता है, इंसान भी डेंजर बन जाता है।
Okay, we're going to keep going this way. We're going to try and get under those trees and take a little stop there just for a few minutes. So if you hold that, and then what we'll do, okay,
This is your weapon.
okay, you hold that like that. Okay, now you twist like this, twist, twist, twist. Carefully, keep twisting. When you were younger, didn't you spend quite a long time living in the mountains?
Yes, in Himalayas.
Tell me about that.
Actually, at the age of 17, 18, मैंने घर छोड़ा।
Yeah.
ऐसा ही सोच रहा था कि मैं क्या करूं क्या ना करूं। प्रकृति मुझे पसंद थी, हिमालय में भी लोगों से मिलता रहता था, उन्हीं लोगों के बीच में रहता था। एक बड़ा विशेष अनुभव था, काफी समय बिताया वहाँ पर।
That must have been such an experience in your life.
Of course.
And did it shape your character, do you feel?
मेरी जिंदगी की आज भी वो ताकत है।
You are the most important man in India. My job is to keep you alive, sir. So if a tiger comes like this is your protection.
वाह।
You're in charge.
But मेरे जो संस्कार है वो मुझे मारने के संस्कार नहीं है, इसलिए।
Okay, I'll take the weapon.
मैं आपके लिए उसको मेरे पास रखूंगा।
Perfect. We're on the move. Let's go. Okay, so we're heading down towards the river now. Listen, it's beautiful below. You live in the most incredible country. So from here, we're going to follow the river down.
Yeah.
At some point, we need to get across.
What do you think, what can we do to help India become clean?
देखिए, कोई बाहर की मदद से इंडिया क्लीन नहीं होता है। इंडिया क्लीन होता है इंडिया के लोगों के स्वभाव से। इंडिया में पर्सनल हाइजीन उनके संस्कार में है। सोशल हाइजीन की हैबिट हमें डेवलप करनी है और महात्मा गांधी ने इस पर बहुत काम किया और इन दिनों हमें बड़ी सफलता मिल रही है और मैं मानता हूँ भारत बहुत तेजी से काम कर लेगा।
This is what I love about the wild and about the great outdoors and about Mother Nature, is that it brings people together and it crosses boundaries and cultures and language. And we could just stand on the side of that riverbank, two men, wet, cold, but smiling. And we're smiling because we've done a great
You have interacted with President Obama also in the past. Did you notice any similarities between the two, or were they both completely different?
Well, I had the huge privilege of taking President Obama on a trip to Alaska a few years ago to show him the effects close up of climate change. So in the sense it's similar, you know, an iconic global world leader, different terrains. Alaska was very cold. Where we went with Prime Minister Modi was obviously rainforest and hot and humid. But what was similar was that they are there for the same purpose, which is driving this message of we have to protect the environment. We've got to really back big conservation projects, and we've got to look after our world, you know. And for me, it's really heartening when you see such powerful men like President Obama and Prime Minister Modi stand up and say, together we've got to do this, you know, together we have the power to do this. And especially India, that is now, you know, it's almost the largest country in the world, the biggest democracy on the planet, and such a strong spirit always in India that people want to do the right thing. And protecting our environment and conservation is key. It's a key role that we all have to do together. It's not one country, it's all of us. And I think protecting our environment and conservation is such a key thing that all of us have to do, not just one country, you know. And I was there for that purpose, to try and say, listen, together we can do something. River, and there was flooding, and, you know, our team that were filming there was saying, you know, everyone was really on edge, but the Prime Minister was just very calm. And I think I saw that throughout our journey. Whatever we were doing, he was actually very sort of at one. And that was that was cool to see, because you never know really what someone's like until you're in a crisis. But it was good to be reminded that as a world leader, Prime Minister Modi is calm in a crisis. That's a good quality. And also I think what shone bright for me was his humility. You know, he was a very humble guy, and even though it was pouring a rain and everyone, the Secret Service were trying to get out umbrellas, he was going, no, I'm fine. And then we reached this river, and I'd made this raft out of some reeds and a tarpaulin, and I said, I think we could get across this using this. And the Secret Service were like, we can't put the Prime Minister in a little kind of homemade coracle out of grasses and reeds. But he was like, it's fine, we'll do it together. And he said, Bear, you get in as well. And then the thing started sinking, and I thought, I can't be in as well. So it ended up me swimming, pushing him. And he was soaking wet, but big smile on his face, even through the rain. And you learn about people in those moments.
You are seen eating some rather unpalatable food in your survival quests. Did that segment make it to this particular special?
Well, the Prime Minister is a vegetarian, so there was going to be no eating of kind of grubs or anything like that. But of course, in the wild, you can survive very well off berries and roots and plants. And, you know, certainly the Prime Minister spent quite a lot of his younger years in the wild. So actually he was very comfortable with that. We ended up very cold at the end of this river, very wet, and we shared some